Okay, so this is, wait, no, it's not recording. So, 10:28. So, 10:28, sign in. I'm going to, fuck yourself. I'm going to, fuck yourself. You pandering pedophile. I'm going to sign in. And, oh. You're supposed to do what? I think you're supposed to ring the bell, right? Are you not supposed? Wait, I don't know what you're supposed to do, but they have a bell on the clipboard, and I imagine if you sign in, you're supposed to ring that bell. I'm not sure. I guess this would be a little confusing, right? You give this sign a good reason to not be here on time. Do you sign in and ring the bell, or do you read the sign and call your agent? So I guess it's like a moment of confusion, right? And wait for one of the people here to help you. Hey. Yeah, he just texted me 2 days ago, or whenever it was, that he had to reschedule for me to be here today.
Oh, okay. So if you want to have the caller behind, I will check this
Have who?
Okay, please see if the agent is here today. So
All right. Do you want to see the text message? Would that be faster than checking the schedule? He sent me a text telling me to be here today at this time. It was supposed to be tomorrow, but he said, I can't make it tomorrow. I need you to come in today. So I got the text right here telling me to, I need to schedule your appointment for 10:30 on the 20th instead of the 21st. Will that work for you? I texted back yes. And then he told me I have changed the schedule. Thanks. So that text message is right there. It's in white. I don't know. Can you still see it?
okay, that one's it. Do you want to go to a book room? And I'll check the page.
Okay.
My husband has one today.
So this is more like confusing behavior. I think, well, someone's telling me in my ear right now, your parole agent and your parole agent's employer believe that you are a one-minded person, single-minded person. So single-minded people don't like things to be different. They like things to be as they expect them to be. And last-minute changes makes those single-minded people feel bad, or disrupts that single-minded person's like life so much that they get upset. But I'm not single-minded. They calling me single-minded because I refuse to have sex with gay people. And people who refuse to have sex with gay people must be single-minded to not expect or respect, or to live their lives with, to want to live their lives with multiple people. So, or within the gay community, because gay community people think that everybody who's not gay is single-minded about the ideals of gay people. So they're treating me like I'm a single-minded person to insult me, hurt my feelings, but I'm not single-minded. I'm pretty open-minded. I know things change, but I also know that people can make things change on purposefully. So it's not like accidentally things had to change, or last minute things had to change, but you plan on making things change last minute, or to change things at the last minute before, regardless. It happens too often. If it's repeated, it's purposeful. It should only be random. Those last minute changes only happen a few times a month or a few times a week. Not even, not even. So it's, those last minute changes don't happen that often. It's random. They're supposed to be random. Not every single time you come to your parole agent to have a parole visit. They think I'm like I have a mentality to be single-minded, so they make these changes that hurt the feelings, or people would do things to a certain type of person. So if you have the type of personality that people know of, and they can hurt that personality, they do things to do that. I like to show up on time and do things that I expect to do like a normal person, right? Like everybody else. I expect to do things I expected to do months before or weeks before, like everybody else. Someone knows that people like to do that and decided to make last minute changes. And I think that's what, it's just psychology. It's like psychological harassment. Mm. Mm. Oh, I'm sorry, but somebody was trying to talk to me in my ear, squeeze my chest, and stop my brain from remembering some of the things that I would try to say before. So like right now, they just told me to tell you guys that somebody was just squeezing the air out of my lungs, or squeezing the air out of my chest with technology. So squeezing my chest, squeezing the muscles, electrocuting the muscles around your chest to squeeze the air out of your lungs with technology. And then electrocuting the portion of your brain where you used to remember things to stop you from remembering. So they're telling me in my ear right now that to say that to you. And I thought it was a good idea. Or in the 2 seconds I have to think about things before they stop me from thinking by electrocuting my brain, I thought it was a good idea, so I'm telling you what they just told me in my ear. They teacher. 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. So yeah, somebody, I don't know, these people are trying to distract, or these people are telling me that when other people start talking, they're trying to distract you, or ignore, or tell you that no one's going to address the things you're saying, if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for someone to address the things that you're talking about, we're going to act like what you just said didn't matter. And I'm not trying to get people to address the things I'm talking about. I'm trying to tell as best as I can. That somebody, someone just told me to finish that thought and say this. Somebody put technology in children across the country and turned it on when they wanted to. And someone just told me it's a good opportunity for you to ask this K woman if there's a good reason why she told you that people walking past you telling you to be gay was a mental health problem. They just told me to say that on camera, to ask this parole agent if some guy, a guy's voice was just talking to me in my ear and telling me to ask your parole agent, a very small, like not like quiet, he was talking really softly, saying, ask your parole, and they just squeezed my lungs with technology. Ask your parole agent why she believed people walking past you a long time ago and telling you to be gay meant you had a mental health problem, and that it was impossible or unbelievable that any stranger would see you and say those words to you. Impossible. not improbable, but impossible.
Hi, come on back.
Okay. Impossible, not improbable.
Hi, bring you over.
Okay.
Fine.
You have an attitude problem?
What's that?
You have an attitude?
Do I have an attitude?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna meet with you today, so I can go to the end of the
All
hallway.
right. You're not acting that nice.
Are you willing to meet with me today?
Yeah, I have
Okay.
to. I'm just asking you a question. The way you appear seems unfriendly.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm not unfriendly. I'll have you go to the end and we'll take this.
Oh. You know, I'm pretty smart, right? So I can tell when someone's unhappy.
Okay. Can I take your report form?
Shortness is a sign of that you're unhappy.
Okay.
Being
So,
short with somebody.
Station isn't in today, so
Are you
I'm
not going to address that?
gonna meet with you. Do you want to do your appointment today?
Yeah. Why are you being short with me?
No, I just wanted. I'm wanting to meet with you for Dacian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are you being short?
So Dacian
And
isn't
not-
in today.
Can I
so-
interrupt for a second?
Sure.
Why are you not answering my questions and being short?
I don't think that I'm not answering your
I asked you
questions.
I just recorded you. I asked you 3 times the same question, and each time you ignored that question and continued on like a path, like a script that you had to say today.
Okay.
So that's weird.
Okay. So I don't have a script. I wasn't intending on meeting with you today, but I'm going to do that because you came in and Dacian isn't here. So instead
Okay.
of sending you away without being able to meet with someone if you needed something, I wanted to be able to meet with you. So if you have any questions or concerns or anything, we can do that. Do you have anything going on that you needed to disclose to let Dacian know?
Why are you being short earlier? Just for posterity, I just wanted to ask that question again.
Oh, sure. I didn't feel like I was being short. So.
Okay. And then do you usually greet people the same way that you greeted me
I
at the
guess
door?
so. Yeah.
You do? Usually the parolees who show up, you usually greet them
Yeah. Well, I
the same
generally
way?
am not meeting with people very often. But,
I'm sorry.
so
I couldn't hear you.
yeah, I'm not generally meeting with a lot of clients. That's
Oh.
not my role. But I wanted to meet with you today so that you could have your visit because it was scheduled for today, so that we can do it. Do you know how long ago it was that you met with Dacian? Has it been, because you're once every month, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Has it been a month since you saw him?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything new since you saw him last?
The same problems I've had. I'm every single day, every single minute, every single second, someone is talking to me. It's either politicians, famous politicians
Yeah.
you hear about in the news, celebrities, people I grew up with from high school, from middle school, from elementary school, people I've met throughout my life. Anybody who happens to be in the gay community has been speaking to me in my ears constantly, 24/7. These people are telling me things about gay culture, telling me things about people I don't want to talk about, telling me I should be gay, telling me I should have sex with gay people, telling me that I should be a bad person, or I'm supposed to be a rapist, or some type of bad person in the community. Either gay, a rapist, a murderer, a bank robber, or something bad
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be doing. And they're constantly trying to think of ways to convince me to do those bad things, like telling me how other people do it, teaching me culture, like a trained psychologist. Each one of these people is like repeating what a trained psychologist would do or say to somebody to get them to do or say something else. So every day, every second of every day, these people are talking to me, and right now they're trying to talk, but they're saying like one word at a time.
You can hear them right now?
Yes.
Oh, you're here? Okay.
Yes. So they're telling me to say, someone put technology in children, and when they were born, and turned it on at random times in those kids' lives. And they decided to turn this technology on in my body throughout my life. I mean, I noticed weird things,
Yeah.
things that I shouldn't experience, but it was like technology. It's like when you forget to say something or you forget a memory, somebody at that moment was watching you or listening to you with this technology, pressed the button, and stopped you at that very moment from remembering something you wanted to say. And they are squeezing my lungs as I'm speaking, like squeezing the muscle around my lungs.
Okay. Can you breathe?
To stop me from breathing. It's really difficult to breathe. And I'm positive you can tell.
Okay.
And it's like it happens every time I tell somebody what these people are doing to me. They start to squeeze my lungs. I think they're trying to tell me they'll kill me. Like, that's how they feel. Like, we will physically have somebody come up and shoot you and kill you if you do anything, or you keep telling. If you keep telling people what we're doing to you, this is an example of how we can, like, imitate killing somebody, squeezing the air out of somebody's lungs.
Okay.
So someone invented this technology with the idea of hurting someone with it, or to get them to do what they want them to do.
Can I interrupt for a second to just make sure, do you need any medical attention right now?
They're not going to find that. I've had several people. It's not going to help.
For the physical.
They'll just stop squeezing my lungs as soon as the paramedic. They just told me we'll stop squeezing his lungs when the paramedic shows up, or when he stops telling.
Stops talking about it.
Stops telling. Yeah.
So,
stops
okay.
telling somebody. We'll stop squeezing his lungs.
So I don't know if you recall that I've sat in on a couple of visits with Daishan, and so I think that I'm familiar with some of the things that you're talking about. Like, we've talked about those in the past.
Yes.
And I think we've talked about that you've been to the doctor and they can't find anything.
Yes.
And you've met with other maybe mental health providers and they're not able to.
I think that's the
find
cover.
anything.
I think someone had put two things together. One, the technology. Second part was the mental health cover.
Okay.
So you can do bad things to somebody inside their body, and then tell somebody this is what you're going to describe that problem as. So if someone comes to you and says that they're having memory problems, or they can't speak normally, or they have some type of issue, I want you to start coming up with mental health problems to describe these things and tell people beforehand what those possibilities could be, so that people have a history. You have a history of hearing that these problems are because of this, but to cover in the future, to cover for these technological issues that we are doing to people to get them to do what we want them to do.
Okay.
So the lung squeezing, the memory loss, the mental health problem it's all like technology. So someone found a way to put. Well, it was easy. Put it in children before they know that before they can stop you.
Okay.
And you have to have a family. So you use families who agree to this. So you normally go in the gay community, poor black families, or people who want their children to grow up to be just like them. So you ask them, hey, can we do this to you? Or you use socialism, any type of gossip, any type of settings where people can talk to each other and agree to things without publicly being known, these things being publicly known, or casual conversations. And you get them to agree to these things and allow you to do these things to your kids. And then your kids grow up and they're having these problems, but it's really somebody messing with them using technology. And these kids don't know it, and maybe they do know it. And maybe they tell somebody, and the people they tell don't do anything because they already know not to say anything. They already agreed to let these things happen to you.
Okay. I have a couple more things I want to get through today. Okay. So the first one is that I think that in conversations that I've had with you in the past, or that I've sat in with patient or whatever, we've talked a little bit about therapy or mental health counseling. Is that something you're open to?
No, I don't know why people keep bringing up mental health problems. It's not a mental health problem. It's technology.
Okay.
It's not a mental health problem. It's not. I'm not lying to you. Someone is constantly talking to me, squeezing, doing bad things to me, electrocuting my genitals, playing with my anus while I'm sleeping, telling me to have anal sex so that they'll grow my penis, or telling me to let gay men have anal. They really want to have sex with me, and he's like electrocuting my anus and moving the anal muscles with technology every single day, not all the time, and then or pulling the muscles of the inside of my penis, pulling down and like trying to rip them, like underneath electrocuting the muscles so that the muscles pull and feel like they're tearing, or like right now, or electrocuting the tip of my penis and telling me that you're supposed to have sex. If you don't, this feeling will go away if you have sex. And the only people they're trying to get me to have sex with are gay people. So I'm constantly surrounded by people in the gay community wherever I go. So it's like I don't want to have sex with gay people, and this person is electrocuting my penis. So I know it sounds like you're rocking the hard place, but that's exactly what they just told me to say that. It's what they're doing. So I'm surrounded by people I don't want to have sex with, and someone is electrocuting my genitals and telling me to have sex. Obama is listening to me right now. Barack Obama, the president of the United States, is telling me things in my ears and telling me that no one's going to believe you. And he has this technology in his body, and he's either talking to someone else, and that person is communicating to me, well, listening, and then sending his voice into my ear, and telling me whatever he's saying to me. And he's telling me to have sex or have sex with gay people. He's gay. He did it. I can do it as well. And telling me that he dresses up like girls in private, and all like he wears girls' lingerie.
Okay.
And he's telling me these things in my ear, and he's flashing his image in my left eye, like an image of himself looking down on me, like with his face pointed down in my left eye.
Okay. Okay, there's two more things. So obviously I see that you're recording, and I know that you've recorded other visits, which is
Yes.
why you're able to record.
Yeah.
Can we talk a little bit about why you record all of the visits?
Because I have to tell, so I need proof that I told. Even because I think someday, somehow, someone is going to tell the truth, and I want evidence that I told for
That
years.
You've shared all these things that you're experiencing that are going on.
Yes,
Okay.
I told you. I
Okay.
told everybody I could think of who has the ability to say
What's
or
been
do
happening.
something
Okay.
about or to help, who had at the moment at that time an ability to help,
Okay.
or what they respond. Oh, and then because years before you guys were telling me that before I mentioned anything about technology, that somebody walking up to me and telling me to be gay and continuing to walk meant I had a mental health problem. So I admit that at the beginning, the Department of Corrections were protecting people in the gay community, or pandering to the gay community. That was a group of people trying to get me to be gay by walking up to me and telling me to be gay, or saying you're gay, you're a fag, be gay, you're gay, or you're a rapist, and continuing to walk down the street. You guys told me when I reported that to you years ago that it meant you had a mental health problem.
Okay.
That didn't happen, and you had a mental health problem.
Okay.
And that's why I'm recording. Do you have
Okay.
anything to say about that now?
No, I don't have anything to say about that. And I have another appointment I need to get to, and so the last thing I wanted to let you know is that we're working on getting your case assigned within the unit, within the office that is supervised by the area code that you live in, by your address, right? So that
Okay.
you're supervised in the correct office for where you live,
Okay.
and that should mean it's a little bit closer.
Okay.
And so I'm working on that, Dacian's working on that. I'm not gonna schedule a next appointment for you, and I'm hoping that soon we have an appointment or an agent that you can meet with that is at the office that's closest to your house, so you don't have to come over here.
Okay. Yeah. Wow.
Great. Okay, sounds good. Well, I'm gonna let you go for today because I have another meeting I need to get to. I just wanted to touch base with you quickly, so.
Yep.
Thanks for coming in for your appointment, Dacian will probably reach out with either next appointment or can give you some additional information on if you're gonna get a new agent in a different office that's closer, who that is and how to connect with them, okay?
Okay.
Perfect, thank you. Oh no, that's one. All right, take care.
So I just told again, I'm going to keep telling. So if you guys expect me to not tell or to stop telling, I mean, the only thing you guys can do now is to do what you do to people who tell on you. So I'm going to keep telling. I'm going to keep doing what I've been trying to do. And I guess there's a lot of people who like this technology, who don't want anything about it to go away. They think it's a good thing. They think it's funny. They think it's comedic, like it's a comedy. To drive past somebody and tell that person to mouth the words as they drive past you. I don't know why anybody would think that's okay or appropriate to do, to mouth these words to somebody when they drive past you, when you look at them, or to make a face. Someone just told me in my ear to make a facial gesture. I don't know why people would think that's appropriate. But I think it's funny. It's not funny. It's not okay to put technology in children and force these kids to be gay. Just like their parents when they grow up. So I believe that's what happened, and I'm gonna keep telling. Somebody is electrocuting my genitals, and no one is doing anything about it. No one is stopping these people from doing it. So I'm gonna tell. I guess white people, like racist white people, really like this technology because it controls people, or enough people to make them happy. Not everybody, but enough to make a racist person happy about the way the world is. So I'm gonna tell. I'm going to keep telling. Wait, I gotta check. I think. All right, I got some more time, but I'm gonna check. Someone is right now. It's playing. They want me to say somebody. I don't know who it is. It wants me to say that someone is playing with your genitals. Someone is playing with your genitals. Electrocuting your genitals. Electrocuting the outer portion of your genitals. You can go fuck yourself. Obama just told me he's mad. The woman didn't believe you when you mentioned that, refused to listen to you when you mentioned that Barack Obama was gay. And it made you, and she was dismissive of the idea that Barack Obama is gay. Because he's a woman's man. But that's created, that's a made image. Someone just told me to say that they made that image up. The man is not that attractive. And you just made up the idea that Barack Obama was not gay because he is gay. He can't live with the fact that he's so gay and the idea that women don't appreciate him. But I don't care. I could care less. I'm telling on Barack Obama because the man is trying to get me to have sex with gay people. He's using technology to get me to have sex with gay people. And I'm trying my best to describe that technology to you. Oh, fuck yourself! And I'm doing my best to describe that technology to you. And this man, he could be gay, but or not. He might not be gay. But I'm telling you what he is telling. Obama is gay. And he is trying to get me to be gay as well. And I'm not trying to make people, someone just told me no one's going to believe you, and people are going to get angry at you for making this video. They're going to try to find you and make you mad. And these are people protecting his homosexuality. There are people who will kill to fight or to make sure no one knows that somebody else is gay. This is just a bunch of people killing to prevent somebody else from knowing that they are gay, or from telling that there's technology in people's bodies, and they use it. So it's not someone killing me because I called Obama gay. Everybody calls Obama gay. There's lots of people in the country, around the world, who would tell you that Barack Obama was gay. It's not because of that. It's because I am telling that he has technology and he's using it, and because I'm telling on him because of he's trying to get me to be gay by telling me stuff that someone just said how, by telling me stuff about gay people and what gay people do all the time. So I'm telling on him, and yeah, your supervisor tried to dismiss you because she thinks you're trying to start a problem, start something political, or lying. But no. So he's trying to tell. He is trying to tell She's being disrespectful. The woman was being disrespectful.